and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing taking herbs during the ovulation window. So why would you want to take herbs during the ovulation window? Well, if you're going to a Western fertility clinic, you may be given drugs such as letrozole or Clomid to stimulate your follicles, and then later given a trigger shot to stimulate ovulation. Well, in a similar idea, here at Fertility Points Acupuncture, we'll be giving you herbs to do a similar thing to help nourish your follicles to grow, and then we can use certain herbs to help stimulate ovulation. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. So what is the best timing to take these herbs? Well, first of all, during your follicular phase, we usually want to start you taking those herbs right around day 4 during your cycle. So if your period starts on day 1, by day 4 we'd like you to start taking your follicular phase herbs, and you'll be taking them all the way until you start to see signs of ovulation. So most patients here will be taking a follicular phase formula, and they'll take that up until they get very close to ovulation. At that point, we're going to use certain methods to determine when to start taking the ovulation formula. These methods will depend on what the patient's comfortable doing, how aware they are of their body. One of the easiest methods and main methods is checking cervical mucus. So as you approach ovulation, the cervical mucus will start to ripen and become more stretchy and resemble an egg white appearance. So noticing this egg white appearance of the cervical mucus changing and increasing is usually indicating that ovulation is impending within the next 2 or 3 days. And this is a good time to start switching from your follicular phase formula to your ovulation formula. Certain patients might feel a certain crampy sensations, which is their cue that ovulation is coming. Other patients are using an ovulation predictor kit of some type. And if they're starting to see signs of a positive test, or the positive is imminent, that would also be a good time to start taking your ovulation herbs, because it is often good to start taking that formula a little bit ahead of ovulation. So you can take that formula when you see that's clear positive, but taking that when you're just ahead of it is actually a little better, because the ovulation formulas can help mature that very last phase of that follicle maturing and getting ready to ovulate. Another common method that can be used in combination with these other methods is just kind of going by cycle days. So if you know that you're pretty consistently ovulating around day 14, but you're not too clear on some of the other signs, then you might just go ahead and start taking the ovulation formula on day 12. So if you feel that you're unsure, sometimes just going by the cycle day is the best way to go. Okay, so once you've taken started your ovulation herbs, you want to go ahead and continue that formula for at least 5 to 7 days, because the ovulation formula will also help stimulate the body's progesterone, and also there are herbs in there to help move the body's chi, which helps move the follicle through the fallopian tubes, and that takes about 5 days for that follicle to get through the tube, hopefully fertilize and implant in the uterus. So that'll be about 5 to 7 days you want to be on that formula. Okay, so what makes an ovulation formula an ovulation formula? Well, in Chinese medicine, most of the ovulation formulas have a few characteristics. They contain more moving herbs than you would be taking previously with the previous formula. They will be herbs that move the blood. They will be herbs that move the body's qi or energy, and there are warming herbs that warm the kidneys. And these are also herbs that warm and that stimulate the ovaries as well. So one herb that you may be familiar with is Herba epimeti, which is also known as horny goatweed. And this herb stimulates the ovaries in women and the testes in men. So this can be used. So this epimeti, or yin yang ho, or horny goatweed, is usually is found in many formulas designed for ovulation, whether they are custom made or prepackaged. And one formula that's really good that's out there, let's give it as an example of an ovulation formula, is this one, which is Blossom Phase 3 by Evergreen Herbs. It's a very good formula. And so again, you want to be taking this for about, I usually prescribe this for at least 5 days to a week. After that, you may stop taking this, and you may be taking a premenstrual formula at that point, or a formula to sustain the luteal phase, which should also be a warming formula to help keep those progesterone levels up to the very end of your cycle. I hope this has been helpful and you've got some additional understanding about taking these herbs and why you're taking them and how they can help enhance your menstrual cycle and boost your fertility. Thank you, and we'll see you again in the clinic and in the next video.